So we're in Unit 6, Lesson 6, and this is actually a revision. Like you don't have to really work on it because it's a past perfect, and as you can see, you can just work on a certain form like I had stopped before so and so. It's an activity that took a duration of time before a certain event in the past, so this is what a past perfect is when you use had or had verb as a supportive verb with the past participle form, third form of the verb. Uh, what's actually happening here in the second page is a kind of reminder of using an F plus past in the wood, which I explained thoroughly in the lesson of grammar. You can check the other video. It's about It's about using conditional form for an imaginary impossible situation. So this is like if she threw, this is a past form. My glasses against the wall, they would break. This is a certain conditional form that is talking about impossible. So I'm going to basically move to this next session with, sorry, next lesson of 7 and 8. We're going to work on part of it in this session, which is supposed to be about lesson 6, but because there's nothing more than revision, we're just moving on here. The Red Sea is in danger, and this page has got two parts, A and B. Do these new words look like any words you already know? Sometimes it's possible to guess the meaning of a new word because it looks like a word you already know. Look at the following words. Do they look like any words you have learned? Discuss them with your teacher. 1. Redness, creatures, totally, overfishing, reopening, and beauty. I'm gonna repeat this for like time of a million, zillion, I don't know, but you should know it by now. Ways your book wants you to know about how to guess a meaning of a word. How to know, oopsie, meaning of a new word. Okay, so basically the first thing you're gonna do is to separate it into all right, so it's redness, and then it's separated into two parts. So the first thing you separate it into syllables, and the second thing you want to define if it's a noun or what part of speech. For example, redness is, you can say an adjective. Sorry, it's a noun. And if you want to try to guess something else, try to find other forms of the word like redness, red, reddish, and so on. Fourth way to find a meaning is to look at words around it. Like Red Sea is red. Okay, this redness, which means the color. Okay, 5, you can actually ask Mr. Google. And number 6, the sixth way finding out about meaning is to think of a word that is pretty much similar, like you can add something to it. For example, when it comes to reopening, it's about reducing, for example, overfishing, like lower fishing, I don't know exactly, or overdosing, for example, overfishing, overdose. So you're trying to find one syllable of the word that's available in another word, and you can try to guess the meanings through that. So redness is about a color red, and creature is about something being created, like all creatures. There's a human, there's an animal, and so on. A plant is a creature. And there is a totally, which is an adverb, and that has to do with the adjective total, something, sorry, noun of total. And there's overfishing. It's a description to fishing, which is the act of getting a fish. And then there's a reopening, there is an opening thing, and it's like redoing the thing, doing thing over and over again. And beauty, everyone knows what a beauty is. If you don't know, I'm so sorry, I don't know how to find it besides a dictionary. But trying to guess the meaning of these words, let's try to play the same game here. Corals, first of all, corals are just one syllable, so I don't know how you can really define it. But You can find it since it has an S, then it is a noun. It ends with an S, and then it's a noun. And you can also say that read the words around the coral reefs and the Red Sea, sorry, are some of the biggest and most beautiful in the world. Corals are tiny animals. So you got a definition here actually. You don't really need to guess. So when you read it here, is it large fish? No, because it's tiny. Is it very small animals? Tiny means very small. A kind of a plant? No. If it's an animal, then no. The bones of a dead fish? Well, it's a fish here, but you don't know if it's a bone of a dead fish or is it very small animals. Well, actually, it's a very small animal, so that's what you can say. When it comes to a reef is made of, this is the word, cold reef. Over thousands of years, the calcium skeletons of dead corals. Okay, so when the corals die, the small animals die, the skeletons grow together to form a huge underwater structures called reefs. So the reefs are actually the bones of the dead animals that are called corals. A reef is made of, is it dead coral? Yes, dead corals, as you can see here, because it's not a plant, because it's a dead coral, which means it's a dead animal, and it's not on mud and salt because mud and salt don't die. In minerals from the earth, yeah, it's just not something you get from the earth. It's just a living creature. Sorry, a living creature that died. The Great Lakes, the Red Sea does not have a problem with them, which are making the Great Lakes in North America. The Great Lakes are. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I get it. Anyone? No? Mm-hmm. I don't get it. Mm-hmm. And mm-hmm. The Great Lakes, large bodies of water. Something you'll never find in Saudi Arabia. And flow, the verb flow, sorry, describes. It flows into the sea. Something goes into the sea. So it's not the action of falling as snow because it's in the sea and it's not moving of camels in the desert. It has to do with the sea. And the growth of sea animals, no, because something goes inside it. So it's actually movement of water in a river. Shrimp. Yeah, that's an easy one. It's A. Everyone likes shrimp. I don't know, I like it myself. Find these words in a dictionary at the back of this book. Okay, let me try to guess it out here for you. Alright. Number 1, skeleton. Number 2. Anyone? Scuba diver. Number 3. Oh no, that one's a skin diver. And number 4. Some sand. Number 5. Collision. Number 6. Shell. And number 7. Shipwreck. Number 8. Ethiopia. Ta-da! Well, I'm not going to continue with the reading in this session. I'll just follow on next time. Thank you for following.